Si tú no quieres beber, tengo fila hasta 3. No te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé. Oye, que te digo, sé. Pero hay más en Instagram. Si tú no quieres beber, tengo fila hasta 3. No te necesito más. Te crees mucho, lo sé. Oye, que te digo, sé. Pero hay más en Instagram. Te crees más de lo que eres. Pero en el mundo, lo que mujer.
Yes, can I make this happen quicker than 24 weeks? Absolutely. But we're doing it in the right way, bro. But there's a right and a wrong way to do it. Just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean you should.
Good morning and welcome to another video, the epic one of course. The clip that you just watched was just a couple of hours ago here in Alphaland. We had a really nice team photo shoot with a ghost lifestyle. It was a late one. It was a midnight shoot here in Alphaland after Alphaland was closed basically, and we had a lot of fun, but we finished basically around 2 a.m. and now it's 8 a.m. here at Alphaland, so it wasn't a long time sleep, but that's what I usually unfortunately do. But in today's video, you probably see from the title, Alex, my coach, is here. We actually trained together yesterday. I didn't film because I didn't know that we're gonna work out, me, Rand Dengler, and Alex. But today Alex is coming really soon back, and he actually did finally adjustments for me, guys, and we're gonna have a new full day of eatings, new macros and everything. We're gonna sit here in lounge and he's gonna again explain a little bit how is this prep going, and also say about adjustments, the macros, the new calories and everything, because he still didn't tell me, so I don't even know. So you guys gonna be the first one. And after this video, I'm probably gonna start rolling again a new full day of eatings because we finally do have a new macros. With that said, just waiting for Alex, gonna chill a little bit, eat my breakfast, and catch you in a bit when he comes. Before we start, whoever is new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, tell everyone around you. See you in a second.
Yes, can I make this happen quicker than 24 weeks? Absolutely. But we're doing it in the right way, bro. There's ways to do it. There's right and wrong ways. I can get anybody fucking lean, but there's a right and a wrong way to do it. Just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean you should. Is this recording?
It's recording.
Oh, bro, it has 0 minutes left.
Alexander Toplinsky.
That's me. I know him.
Well, first and foremost, he bitched out, so we're not gonna work out today.
Today's my rest day. Today's his rest day. He's just not following the plan.
He asked me, do I want to hit a back workout? So I already planned, so I'm gonna go and work out.
I did do that.
But I think even better for the video, because people like to see full day of eatings anyway. Even though it will be cool to train with the best back in the world. Back.
What time did we leave the photo shoot last night?
I told him, like the first clip that you saw, that was a couple of hours ago. Well, I left like almost 2 in the morning.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I'm on prep, so I usually go to sleep around like 10 a.m. the latest every single night.
Me too.
So the fact that the photo shoot didn't wrap up until like what, 1:32, and we were there, and by the time I got home, showered, I was in bed at like 2:45.
But also he came and Juan straight from the airport, and been here in the lounge whole day, worked out, filmed. Yesterday was crazy day.
Yeah, yesterday was nuts.
Yesterday was like 5 days in one. We filmed a million things, reels, workout together and everything, and then stayed all the way for a ghost photo shoot, which was from midnight till like 2. Well, not from midnight. We started 10
till like
p.m.
2,
till
bro.
like 2. Yeah, 2 in the morning.
It was insane.
But it was nice. Anyhow, we got a new macros.
Yes. So I'm like 14 weeks out from the show, so I like to kind of cut it down and hunker down and kind of stay in my routine as long as possible. And you'll notice that once we like kind of start prep and transition into more getting conditioned for a show, you're almost going to want to close off and just be around you.
Oh, yeah,
and making
definitely.
sure all your ducks are in a row, not trying to throw yourself in a lot of other
That's what I
different
said
environments.
since day one. I ate already my meals, but I'm gonna film tomorrow new macros full day of eating. Basically, I'm gonna show you that so he can also see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in previous weeks, we had Dorian sitting at, let's see here, 240 grams of protein, 400 grams of carbs, and 80 grams of fat. And when it comes to the way I like to make adjustments, I allow the body to level out first. Sometimes that takes a week, sometimes that takes 4. It's all dependent on the person and how their body breaks down the food, passes it, and again, finds its level of homeostasis within that macro range. Now for this adjustment here, this is one of, not the bigger adjustments, but this is the most recent adjustment that we've made to, again, have another big push. It's no question that over the last 7 to 8 weeks we've been working together, this man has seen noticeable adjustments and notable changes to his body already.
With me screwing up, by the way, and I said it in my video all the time.
Yeah.
Like every single week that I was filming full day videos, I was like, we didn't change my macros because of myself. I was allowing myself more free meals than I should, and he knows that, and I know that. But we now like came to the point that I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, and listen, man, we've had a good talk, and the off season for a lot of people, it does allow for some flexibility, but there's still data points that need to be collected with every single adjustment that needs to be made. And if I'm not getting an accurate read on those data points, it doesn't make sense for me to make adjustments, because that's me just again closing my eyes and throwing a dart at a dartboard. That's not the way I like to do things.
That's what I wanted to say before. Sorry that I interrupt you, but
Yeah.
it's the easiest. That why he is in my eyes, definitely not just whoever start ever working with him or anything. You're gonna realize really soon that he's one of the best coaches ever, and now he is one of my best friends. And now when I started working with him, then when I realized that how good he is, because I can eat, and the easiest part for me is like put me 10,000 calories per day. I'll eat. I can bulk up instantly. We are booking. This is off season. I might compete in 2 years. I might compete in 1 year, in 7 months, 8 months. Whenever we think we are ready. We don't have a date. Whenever I'm ready, he's gonna know. And with that said, I need to grow, right? Also with that said, if I eat more, I'll grow more, right? But that's not the point. So explain just that part, how why you like to go slow and everything, and what's the benefits of that. I mean, I know, but to explain for the people basically too.
Yeah. Well, I did want to hit on one thing you mentioned, right? So we are very close. There's no question about that. And one of the best parts about that is you're comfortable opening up and talking to me and being honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you get a new client and they have a new coach, they don't want to make them feel upset, even if it is hard for them to stick on the plan. And that's not necessarily, your reason. It wasn't hard for you to stay to the plan. It's just you were doing so much more throughout your day, so you were trying to fill it back up with some of the calories you might have burned off by doing, X, Y, or Z. But it's your honesty and your work ethic, right? And from there, we had a good conversation where it was like, listen, at the end of the day, you are one of my closest friends, but on the same breath, I'm also, I'm your coach.
Yeah.
So when you ask me and hire me to do one thing, I'm going to do that job.
Which is not a small thing.
Yeah, and it's not easy. You're dealing with a lot of different emotions, a lot of different personalities, and his personality is he does more and he likes to do more, and sometimes I'm not going to say it backfires. It's just, again, more isn't always better in certain circumstances, and that's still something that I can always work with. And we had a good conversation, right? We're back on, we know what we got to do, and we're going to continue to do it. But again, like I mentioned, the reason why we like to go a little bit slower is to allow the body to naturally adjust. It's very easy to make an adjustment, see something that you like after that adjustment, and then continue to push. But in reality, that's not how your body works. You want to make sure there's a true reading behind your macro adjustments that you make. Now, we're in an off season. There's no time to rush here, right? There's, like you said, there's no time frame of when we are going to step on stage and go for that pro card. But for the time being, that means we have an allotted time to make sure that we maximize each single adjustment. I know he can eat. I want to get him as high as possible in terms of food. And with that doesn't mean I'm going to start him off extremely high. Now, for the normal, you guys might hear 400 grams of carbs, 80 grams of fat, and put a huge smile on your face. But for Dorian, that's a warm-up. So yeah. I promise you, we are working his food up. We're making sure we're doing this the right way. And again, it's important to make sure that you understand there's a long game and not just, the day in and day out of, okay, this happened, now I'm going to make this adjustment based off of this. It's a much more than that, and again, this is not how your body typically responds. So for this macro adjustment, after roughly 4 weeks, we are keeping his protein at 240 grams. We are upping his carbs to 425 grams, so a 25 gram carb boost, and upping his fats from 80 to 90. Now, the main focus is, believe it or not, actually the 80 grams to the 90 grams, just solely because this man is like a human furnace. Like I mentioned, he does more. He moves around. He likes doing cardio for some reason. So it's extremely important to actually slow down that process. And again, after our talk of almost scaling back just a little bit and also increasing his fats is actually going to help with that process. Again, he's a human furnace, and in order to slow down that furnace a little bit, we have to make sure we add some fats and making sure that the digestive process is still prioritized, but at the same time, it's going to allow us to actually, slow down the rate that he's losing weight.
There's like approximately jump of like 200 calories or so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
generally, roughly, high 180, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But all in all, with the increase in carbs, the main focus on what you're going to have that is around is actually your pre and your post workout meals.
Yeah.
So that 25 grams added are going to hopefully be around, broken up into maybe 15 and 10, 15 prior, more than normal, and then 10 after. And again, after this adjustment, after 1, 2, and potentially 3 weeks to see how his body responds, as barring execution is where it needs to be, we're going to raise food again. Again, in my heart of hearts, I'm a strong believer that this macro adjustment will slow down the process, but not to a point where we're not going to be able to increase very soon again. So again, it's a prolonged look at it, right? There's a macro and then there's a micro. I look at the macro as a coach. A lot of times clients tend to look at the micro. So it's important to understand the bigger picture and not just a day in out operation.
Yeah, and with that said, also that's gonna set us up once we start cutting. That basically metabolism is running faster, right? And we're not gonna need to probably, especially in my metabolism, not gonna need to be 1,000 calories before the show or something like that. We're probably gonna be like a decent amount of food still, even like a couple of weeks out or something like that, which is like huge benefit.
And that's another huge, focal point. It's setting your future self up for success.
Yeah.
Like
Even after that, my metabolism is still gonna be higher, and I'm gonna be able to eat more food and still stay how I looked before, stay shredded year round, but I'll eat way more food, and I'll still be able to basically be there, and I'll be bigger.
Yeah,
by the
like
way.
listen,
So,
man, who knows? You could be eating 400 grams of carbs going into your peak week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The goal is to optimize and build your body's efficiencies up to a point where we can feed you and keep you full, happy. Keep in mind, with that added glycogen, bro, you're going to be fuller. And when most people are getting depleted for a show, you're going to be going into the show well conditioned. Your mental is going to be sane the whole time because we're doing this the right way, prioritizing the long game, and you're going to look the best you've ever looked. Your body loves food.
I'm maybe not the biggest guy, but he competes, and they're kind of like coming slowly back to that proportions and everything.
Yes.
So in the end of the day, there's people that are even smaller than I am, and they're IFBB pros, and that's for me the most important thing. If I have something, I guess in both of our opinions, I do have that.
Absolutely.
I do definitely still like need to be a little bit bigger, but like we're watching like whatever style, you're not gonna get a pro card. It's not about the anymore like about how big you are or whatever. It's how you look overall, your overall package. So we're definitely gonna bring that. I have no doubts.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's understanding the division, what they're looking for, their
Yeah.
requirements, and maximizing it. I'm never going to be the biggest guy on the stage. Like I'm going to the Olympia. I will not be the biggest guy, but I will be the best combination of everything in order to maximize my look and what the division is looking for.
I might even leave this video and then film the next like full day of eating, because as I said, he is, in my opinion, one of the best coaches right now in the world. So if you want to see like more videos like I always like to provide also some kind of information. And if you want to see like more videos like that, I'm always down to sit down with him and like explain some things. I do understand most of the things, but I like when he says like for you guys out loud and everything, because as I said, he's one of the best. And if I say on my YouTube channel, I can say whatever I want. I'm still like influencer or whatever, but he's besides that Olympian, and this December he's competing in Olympia. And in my opinion, I put him already top 3 in the world. So we'll see that.
Oh yeah, man.
We're gonna come back to this video, bro.
I was gonna say manifestation. That's what's on it.
Top 3 December Olympia. So
Remember this.
remember the words, remember the name. A lot of people still don't know, but you're gonna, after December, you're gonna know.
You'll know.
You definitely know. It's up to his channel, because also his videographer Juan is there. They're doing an amazing job.
Thank you, bro. And let us know. I'm actually genuinely curious. Let us know if you like more of these raw talks. Just less cutting, more, diving in deeper and explaining a journey. In a situation.
And if you do like, we can do like Q&A and then literally respond the question that you would like, because that's easy to film, to be honest. It's easy to film everything. It's easy to film workout together. It's easy to film I don't know, full day of eating, whatever. It's gonna be, now we're gonna have a collabs and probably going to Florida and everything, so there's gonna be a lot of that.
Yes,
But
sir.
those kind of informational videos for people that don't have a coaches or want to do some kind of like transformations by themselves, there is a lot of information that you can like pick up from this and start by yourself, and then if you want to develop yourself more or something like that, hire like Toplyn.
That's me.
Simple as that. I don't know if I'm gonna put the full day of eating in this video. If yes, then the clip cuts here. If not, sub to his channel, sub to my channel. What do you say usually? Say,
Like, subscribe, share with your girlfriend, share with your ex-girlfriend. Just don't do it at the same time, because that could be a messy situation. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.